Guys, here's another video of our fence. There's the start of it. Over there is we have two fences started for the alley, and now we're working towards getting the second fence done. And I wanted to show you guys how I square and center the posts across with my string lines and whatnot. So this right here, this post is basically the center post between our break and the fence line. So you have your straight here, ends here, another direction starts. So what we do when you have one that's folding away from, if it's folding away from you and not coming in, there's different ways to do it depending on what we're doing. Look at that level ass post right there. But anywho, so what you do is you run your string line off of this one line, and you come around, and then you get another line going past whatever your gap is. We have marks for what our gap is supposed to be, and basically you get it square off of here, and you do the same here. You run one off to get square. Now, bless me. Once you have your gap marked and you have it where it's centered at, where the line's going this way, and we have our lines going this way on the target that we have drawn, what you do is you run a string line that runs right on the outside of that gap, because your post line's going to go right to the outside of that gap, so you have the entirety of the gap that's required on both sides. Now, most of this is kind of a rough estimation for the most part, other than our targets. Those are exact because we measure 20 coming off of that post going both ways. And what we do is we run more string lines that go right over your mark that's square here. The same thing, you run it across, square there. And wherever they cross together in the middle like that, that is your center, your basically center part directly across from where you're coming off of on your break. So what we're going to do, this is where our 20 gap is centered of that curvature of that break, where we'll pound a post right in here, then we'll go straight on to our last mark that makes the end of the fence, and then going towards the next post that's marked where the next break is at. So that's just one way you can do it. If you know a better way, comment below. I'm always learning new things, and I'm open to new ideas all the time, but that's just one way you can figure that out. I'll try to make more videos in the future explaining tips and tricks on how I do this. Anyway, Lane Rook out.